Hey, Mrparka here to review one from Midnight Releasing, and this is called Sick, Survive the Night. And this is a zombie film, an infection film, as they are very popular nowadays. But it does have Debbie Rochon in it. It is a Canadian film, from what I could tell. And it basically follows this girl who, it feels like it's going to start off, you're going to get your Day of the Dead type story. You're going to have the military versus scientist aspect of it. But pretty soon the military becomes kind of out of the picture. And we have a lady who's trying to find the cure, and she ends up leaving the compound to try to you know, settle some things and go out and get specimens and things like that. Well, she really has some ulterior motives, actually. And it also follows a group of, not scavengers, but this kind of a group that tries to survive with the community and things like that. You'll recognize the one guy from Silent Retreat. He plays the baddie in that. He's in this one. And essentially we are kind of knocked down to a couple of them at this point. And of course the two groups cross paths. And things happen, of course. But a lot of it is kind of them being really uneasy with each other. All of them are very, not really likable people in this kind of situation, to be honest. The main guy, he's a very odd character, very, very different. And to be honest, what they do with him, I actually really enjoyed. At first I was thinking, this guy's just kind of, you know, your standard kind of douchebag that might come around. But what actually happens, I did end up enjoying. There's no real good guys in this movie. There's no... I don't want to say, they're all kind of bad in their own way, but they're not necessarily horrible people, just kind of people stuck in a horrible situation. Some of the zombies look pretty good. There's some digital effects, if I remember correctly, that I wasn't too big of a fan of, if I remember. I watched this a couple days ago. Debbie Rochon plays a character kind of on an old video in her experiments and things like that. But what really, at first I was watching this movie and I was thinking, this is really standard, guys. This is kind of just like standard. And the ending won me over. It was pretty bleak, and not that I'm always a huge fan of bleak things. It depends, you know, if the movie does it correctly. And I think the ending on this one does it pretty damn good. I like the fates of our characters, at least the last couple people standing. I really enjoyed what happened to them. As horrible as that sound, as it may sound, but I think that the ending is really what brought this one to life, and the zombie carnage at the end I thought was cool as well. I wasn't a huge fan of any of the characters, like I said. I don't think you're really supposed to be, and it is a little disappointing when they introduce all these characters that either are killed off right away or don't get much screen time, because you're kind of looking forward to maybe some more people in the movie besides the people they're focused on, because they're such you know, kind of just bad people, or arguing and bickering the entire time. But yeah, Sick is probably worth watching. I'd give it a passable rating. Like I said, the ending is actually really cool, really kind of cool stuff. And there's some decent zombie carnage in this one. Like I said, it is your typical zombie man versus man, but zombies are in it. It's really become the standard for new zombie films, is the real enemy's the guy, not the zombies. But you know, that's been started with Romero, but it'll never be as good as Romero could do it. But that doesn't stop me from enjoying some of the films that do come out, even though some people find them horrible. You're tired of them. I would say that Sick is worth a peek. Check out the trailer and you might enjoy it. Like I said, the ending made up for it. I dug the ending, and it probably somewhere in the middle, like a 6 or out of 10 or somewhere around there. But I'm Mrparka. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.
All of the governments around the world have failed. Since patient zero surfaced, the disease has moved at a geometric pace. Any attempt to quarantine cities has failed. This has become what I consider an apocalypse.
Dr. Rosetta, we're here to escort you to Ingram. Everything will be fine, honey.
You ever stare one of them in the eyes? Oh, they're lifeless. Kind of like a shark, you know? They do one thing, and they do it really, really well.
Now, there's about 100 of us, or there used to be.
So you think you're ready for it?
We should take all the help we can get, Seth.
The only people you'll run into out here are either scavengers or the sick.
I grew up around here.
You know, we may not completely know or trust each other, but at least we're still human, right?
there in the darkness, you pray your heart will stop because you're afraid those things will hear it beating.